Hello, dear friends. Greetings from sunny Dubai. We're happy to welcome you once again on Alatra TV Middle East. And on the platform of International Public Movement, Alatra was launched a unique project, which is called Creative Society. And we are conducting social surveys in more than 180 countries of the world to find out people's opinion about creative society of the future, where they will be happy, secure, their friends and family. And today we will continue testing the theory of six handshakes, which basically states that all people in the world are connected and know each other via six handshakes, basically through other six people. Today, before we start, I'd like to quickly address our viewers. Please continue and join our live conversation. Leave your comments in the chat and your vision of creative society. And if you have any questions to our today's guest, and we will ask those in the end of our conversation. And today we have an amazing guest from Morocco. Hi, girls. Today with us, Ikram Mocadem. Hi, Ikram.
Hello.
Okay, so we have Siham Lguerd. Hello.
Hello.
And we have Khaoula Hammouni.
Hey.
Hi, Khaoula.
Hi.
So welcome, girls, to our live conversation.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
It's really a great pleasure to meet you.
Thank you.
You are from Morocco, and we know that it's a beautiful country. And we got very curious. We went online to check how just, a glimpse to know how Morocco looks like. So this is what we have found. Let's see on the screen. So maybe you can comment, or if you see some familiar places, maybe you can comment along once we see the photo. This looks like Sheikh Zayed Mosque here in Abu Dhabi. Very beautiful.
Yeah, that's definitely a mosque, and also the design of the building. It's called the Lguerd. It's totally Moroccan, 100% Moroccan. Also, you can see the trees. That's Moroccan. And the lights and the shape of everything, it's totally Moroccan.
Very beautiful.
Yeah, very traditional.
Next one.
I'm familiar with it too. That's totally Chefchaouen. Yes,
Chefchaouen.
Chefchaouen is known by its blue colors. Houses are blue, and it's colorful. It's beautiful.
And also the bags and everything you see hanging are handmade. Very traditional also.
Nice. So unique and authentic. Is it like a marketplace? Oh, yeah, and I think it's famous.
Yeah.
Famous desert, right?
Mm-hmm. That's Marrakesh.
Marrakesh.
Marrakesh. Yes.
It's called the Red City. The Red City because the buildings are red. And also there's Sahet Lifna, if anyone is familiar with it. It's a place where people sing out of nowhere, people tell jokes and stuff.
Nice. Yeah, I heard
it's
about
actually
that.
Looking at the picture is really good, full of people. We miss looking people around.
Yeah.
This is another
and this
mosque.
Is like, oh,
yeah, that's
beautiful at night. So authentic. Okay, and this is what is this? What is this dish called?
that's tagine in a gastronomic way, definitely.
In a modern way.
Yeah. that's
We usually eat in tagine. You know, it's a really not a big dish. It's traditional one, but here it's like it shows the ingredients, and it's pretty delicious.
and very spicy, especially.
Yeah, same here in Dubai. They like spicy food. Is that black olives or something? Oh wow, another blue.
That's Siham, I
Yes,
guess. Yeah,
that one.
That's the north of Morocco. It's
This
like
in the Rif Mountain there, in the north.
Very nice. This reminds me of for some time I was working in Tunisia, and one of the cities, I think it's called Sidi Bou Said or something like that, and they have also this kind of blue and white buildings, very beautiful.
Actually, Chefchaouen is one of the most peaceful cities in Morocco. They are known by their hostility and they're so cool.
Here's the beach.
Wow. Very
The view is
charming.
quite great and peaceful at night, and the lights of the city reflect there. It's pretty good.
Famous fox, right, from north part of
It's like,
Africa.
yeah,
Sahara.
we never saw one because it's very rare to find.
another part in Morocco is known by its
In
like in the
Russian,
south.
Yes.
Yeah,
in Russian it's called fenyok, as far as I know.
Oh,
Fenyok fox, like small desert fox. Very interesting. Very charming country, very beautiful, you know, authentic, and especially what you're saying, if things are handmade, then it's like, you know, you have some special charm to it. So okay, so this was our small overview of Morocco, and of course it's better to see than to hear, so let's let our viewers to decide once they want to go. So it's actually very inspiring, and our today's topic is building creative society together. And I would like to ask you, Ikram, how do you envision creative society of the future? So can you describe such a society where you, your family, friends, you will be happy, secure, and comfortable?
Well, actually, to be honest, it is amazing when we think about a new world, a new society of that utopian, communal, and stabilized place where you feel secure and peaceful. This new world actually it must contradict the world we live in today, eliminated the freedoms that we depend on, the freedom of choice, the freedom of thought, and the freedom of religion and being. The society we live in actually consumes us. It does not take into granted how much efforts we do, and we study and we do a lot of efforts, but we do not. Uh, we would love to have a democratic and egalitarian place where everyone enjoys and has his rights. I believe the fundamental tenet behind Electra International Public Movement is utilitarianism, which describes a creative society that seeks to create maximum happiness. Well, so that's it.
Thank you, Ikram. Yeah, it's very inspirational what you're saying. You know, today it sounds like some fantasy or utopia, like to live normally, you know, without wars and then without, I don't know, maybe without boundaries, borders, without like economical struggles, inflation. But if we check history, for around 6,000 years, people were living peacefully. And this kind of cultures, they can find everywhere in Europe, I don't know, in Ukraine, Russia, in Lebanon, in Morocco, all over Africa. No matter where we go, we see such megalithic structures, you know, like pyramids, and you know, it was done for some reason, and it's so it gives us really a overview that this creative society is more than possible. Thank you, Ikram. And what about you, Siham? In which
Yeah.
society you be happy?
I would like to live in like yeah, all of us like wish to live in a peaceful world where everyone is happy, where there's no boundaries between us. But unfortunately, we are living the opposite kinda. But we're hoping for the best. I guess we are seeing or confronting like kind of difference when it comes to race and gender and like skin colors and stuff. But these things really hinder the happy creative society. So I guess we have to start from us within us to question how we have to handle um, this society, how we have to change it to the better world. So we have to start from us, especially from children. You know, when we are teaching children, this is the good thing. You have to behave this way. You have to respect the elders. You have to say these with pretty good, respectful words. So, like teaching kids from like the basics, how to behave in a such a way, how to see life in a very positive, optimistic way. It will like make a big chance. So these children are the next generation. So this pretty good will make a big impact on society to make a happy, creative one, I guess.
Thank you, Siham. That is an amazing point, actually, because we really should start with ourselves. Because the kids actually, they very rarely listen to what you are saying, but they will just keep repeating what you are doing. So
Yeah.
we should be the example. Yeah, the creative society should really start with us. That is an amazing point. And the society that you mentioned, yeah, really right now it's a consumerism society, and more people understand that no matter how many cars, no matter how many clothes, bags, shoes, or whatever you get, it does not give you happiness. So what about you, Khaoula? What is creative society for you?
Yeah, I definitely go from what Siham just said, like starting from children and teaching them like teaching them at the right way, in the right way, the right, like doing the right, like as young people, like I totally encourage like the society to start from there, to start from young people, as the youth, like they are like the key, and the way that social development would go ahead. Like if we engage like young people in decision making, for instance, and these are especially like future engineers, future doctors, future delegates, diplomats, etc. Like if we start right from there and we teach them how to do things like in the right way, like the world could be a better place. Like we teach them tolerance, and we teach them how like from this Alatra movement, it's like just a little beginning, but it's a big touch. It's a leap of faith. Like, can you imagine how that would impact people? And like starting from there, and the social development is very important. So like if we start from each one of us and teach them like the tolerance, especially teach them like to not hate, like you should you should not hate another one because of their religion or their political tendency, their choices, like their sexual choices, even, and religious tendencies. Like that's a personal kind of matter. It shouldn't interfere with how you should treat people and how you should respect them. Like this is like the most important thing. Like respect other people and be humanistic, like humanistic, no matter what your religion is or the culture or anything. Like we need to live in a borderless kind of place. Like we put hands in each other and like spread tolerance mainly.
Yeah.
That's it.
That is, yeah, that is such a good
An
point.
idealistic point of view.
Totally.
Yeah, there's another I can add. We can say we have like to act just to act simply. How to spread happiness. It will like started from one simple act. For example, if just we smile at the other one, give it right a smile, it will change the other way. The other one will feel comfortable, will feel like confident kinda, so the other one will smile to other one. So regardless of the problems, regardless of social social identity, our race, gender, as I said, language. So we can be harmonized in one thing and how to smile to each other. So from one simple act, we can change the society and make it really happy and creative.
Yeah, that's so true. And I like, Khaoula, what you said about Alatra movement, that it's like a leap of faith. Well, yeah, it did start like a leap of faith because when we just started this conversation and talking to people, and when you talk to your friends, neighbors, at first you think, oh, maybe people will think something about me, but basically we're just discussing, these topics that everybody wants. Everybody wants to live happy and a normal life. And the more we continue such discussions, the more we understand which kind of society we want, which changes we want to do to live normally and peacefully. And thank you very much for your answers. It's very inspiring. And our today's topic is about building a creative society which will be comfortable and secure and basically for all people to be happy. And I'd like to ask you, what unites all people in the world, regardless of the country of living, religion, skin color, whatever? What unites all of us? What do we have in common? Ikram, maybe you can share.
Excuse my connection is a little bit low. Personally, a creative society. Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
As I said, can you hear me, please?
Yeah, we are
Yeah,
here.
we can hear you. Continue.
Okay, I'm so sorry. Personally, a creative society is the one that carries humanitarian aims. As my colleagues just mentioned, we have to start with ourselves because people must have, first of all, people must have the right to live a life of dignity, equality, and security. But we must not put the blame just on society. We have to put the blame on us. We have the ones. We are the ones that we have to start with ourselves and try to build this creative society together. And regardless of our color or gender, religion, and culture, we have to be together and we have to be united. And this unity will make us strong. It's true that religion and culture are the two cornerstones that help people to be strong. But it's not just that. It's our humanity, and I really think that if we share that we have these things in common, that we have to be secure and we have to be tolerant, we will share things together. So this is the society I want to live in, and I guess everyone else want to live in, to be tolerant with each other and to have a peaceful life.
Thank you, Ikram. What about you, Siham? What do you think unites us all?
What unites us, I guess we all humans share one part. We have a lot of sameness and we have differences. We have to focus on that sameness, not on the other one. So we have to focus on the bright side, not the dark side. The dark side. So I guess what we share is, as my colleague said, tolerance. We have that goodness on us, so we can spread that goodness to make the society happy. We share a lot of things. We are deep inside good persons, but sometimes people can act in a bad way, in an aggressive, violent way. So we have to show more that goodness on us, regardless of situation, regardless of our reaction of the bad things in the outside. So we share this tolerance, the goodness inside of us. Yeah, I guess just two aspects are very important.
Thank you, Siham. What about you, Khaoula? What do you think we all have in common?
Yeah, I believe we share a sense of tolerance, empathy, in a sense of decency. Like, I just imagine that, like, people like look after happiness, like they run after perfection and happiness, and like they go from looking for basic rights, and like basic rights like equality, or like even employment, or like surpassing the gap wages, like going from there to happiness, and like the peak of the triangle of a happy life is like happiness and personal independence and development. Like people go after perfection all the time, and like we share that sense of empathy. We empathize each other, so like we go from there to create a creative society.
And we always
Thank
focus
you,
on things
Khaoula.
that, an additional point, we as humans, we always focus on things that we don't have. We do not focus on things that we have, things that are around us. We just want, as my colleague Khaoula said, we seek perfection, which is not good. We have to be tolerated with ourselves, not just with people. Because when we are tolerated with ourselves, we'll be happy in our inside, and when we are happy, we will spread that happiness. Yes.
Exactly.
Thank you, Ikram. That's very inspiring. And girls, since you are fresh graduates, as I understand, and you still continue your education, so what's your vision of education in the society of the future? Like Ikram, what would you take to create a society from your studying experience? Or what would you like to improve in the society of the future, in the creative society?
Well, first of all, it's really sad when we see individuals do their best, they get high diplomas and have good manners, yet they are confronted with a sea of disappointments and failures. If they find true fulfillment and meaning in their own lives, then we can proudly say that we have reached a balanced society. When we do our best, we educate ourselves, we study well, we have to have those results. We have uh, to reach something, not just read for nothing. From my own experience, I was an English student in literature, and I wanted to apply for masters of English literature masters. But in Agadir, the city where I live, there is none. There was one, but it is closed. So I didn't have another choice. Although I did my best and I studied well, but yet there wasn't improvement in our society. So they have to take into consideration education, because education is the most important thing. It is the one that keeps the equilibrium in society and the balance. So we have really society should take into consideration to to improve their education systems, and that's it.
Thank you very much, Ikram. And what about you, Siham? How do you see education in creative society?
Yeah. In order to create, I guess, a good society, we have to see what is bad in our educational system. And I'm always emphasizing on children, like elementary school. Like we have actually to change the curriculum, everything about the books and stuff, because most of those books, or most of teachers, I'm not generalizing her, but they are schooling instead of teaching. So there's a difference. Schooling is not teaching. I'm gonna just teaching you something new that's gonna change you in the future, that will make an impact on the society. But schooling you is just like give you things, you're gonna revise that, and you're gonna just put an exam, and here we go. Everything will go away and in a year or 2 years. So we have to change this thing. First, we don't have to see education as something like is like narrowing in the concept of schooling, but teaching. And as I said, like we have to teach children the good things, the good stuff, so in the future they will like and know how to behave. Other things in a creative society, we have to focus on togetherness, collectivity. So when we are like learning things, we are like get to new things, we have to be in a group. Like being in a group makes things so different. Like not like being in individual state. It's not like being in a group. So I've experienced being in a group and how things are really different, how you see like life is different, you making like things so happier, and you learn in a very healthy environment instead of being alone and like learn alone. So we have to teach this togetherness and the harmonic theme in the education system.
So basically, you mean that to make education like really interesting for kids to learn instead of just robotic approach. This is the information
Yeah,
I need to give you. You need to learn.
yes, exactly.
Okay, thank you, Siham. What about you, Khaoula? How do you envision education in the future creative society?
Yeah, like when we say creative, we talk about like coming out of ideas of your own, being special. So you have to think for yourself, like as youth, as young people, like in high school, for instance, like you don't get much help that you need to choose what you want. Sometimes you choose what you want because everybody's doing it, and sometimes you choose it because you don't have another choice, because what you aim for is really higher, and you can't get it because probably it's an expensive school. We start from there, like the private schools, like they wouldn't be in a creative society. You don't have to pay to get educated. Information should be free in a creative society. So we go from there, and we give people like free information, especially young people, that they need it. They don't have to pay for it. And also we help them choose what they want. Like sometimes at university people are just like going for walks and long walks and like going for no reason and no further ambition, because they don't know what they're choosing. They don't know what they're doing with their lives. Probably they need someone to direct them and help them, like mainly on what to study, because we all have gifts. We all like have something we can do other than better than others. So that's a perfect kind of environment that we can find in a creative society, a better kind of education.
Yeah, that is a very good point to basically like to give the kids and young people to like the freedom to explore, to find themselves, to that we as a community should inspire them for some search.
Yes, because happiness relies upon one's freedom. We shouldn't be enslaved by ideas of others. We have to be creative ourselves, and society should encourage this kind of ideas we produce ourselves, not just those we give us, those we consume. We have to be productive, creative, and that's it.
Yeah, thank you, girls. And we have a few questions from our viewers. So the first question is that which tradition from your country and from your city maybe you would like to take to creative society? Ikram, maybe you would like to share. Taisia is asking in our chat.
Well, the most important one is hostility, because Morocco, can you hear me? Morocco is known by hostility. It is a country of tourists. So this is the one where people should be together, and people should open their arms to others and other countries and to other traditions, and we should not close ourselves and embrace just ourselves and our country, religion, and culture. We should be open to others. So this is the one, actually, to be tolerant. That's the most important thing, I guess.
Thank you, Ikram. And you, Siham, which tradition you think will from Morocco best fit to creative society?
Something from our society, I guess a lot of things are good in our society. We have really pretty good values, so why not sharing it and like locate it in another creative society. Our culture, our society is known by its diversity. So diversity when it comes to cultures is good. So this aspect is good. So we have many cultures in one society. So people, even they have different background. They can unite themselves in one aspect of humanity. So I guess this thing is a good thing in a creative society.
Thank you very much for sharing. And you, Khaoula, which tradition or something that you would like to take from Morocco to creative society?
Well, I always I imagine that Morocco is like a melting pot. It's like diverse and it's full of different cultures, different religions. Like we give an example of the food. Like we have different kind of types of food. Like some from Algeria, some from Tunisia. We have some food that the Jew people left after like a long history. We have like lots of different cultures that we're really proud of. Like we are really diverse, which I really love. That could be a creative society, a very diverse one. Like there's a borderless one.
Thank you
We
very
can
much.
add. I can
Yeah, go
add
ahead.
one thing when it comes to food. Like I like this idea of Khaoula. We used to eat in one table, so that's really a good thing. So when a family want to eat, like the members of the family want to eat, they have to eat one table. It's a must. So that's it's deep in our society, in our culture. So especially in every Friday, like we make like a meal couscous named couscous. I bet you know that. So all the members together in the table, they have to eat together until they finish the dish. That's a really good thing. So why not sharing it in a creative society? That's really make the bond so strong in that creative society.
Yes, I agree. And Morocco actually encourages togetherness, and not just in Friday, every Eid, because we have Eids in our country, like Eid al-Fitr, Eid al-Adha. All the family gather together and share things and laugh and enjoy their foods. So it always encourages this togetherness. We should not be apart. We should be together. So it's really important to have this in a creative society.
Yeah, true. That's actually very inspiring. And in a lot of African countries, in a lot of Middle East countries, like, not only Arabic speaking, but in a lot of countries, maybe in Italy also, this kind of, in Ukraine and Russia actually, to gather together, not just only for some special occasions, but to work together and to have rest together. This is really great. And girls, one more question from our viewers, since we touched the topic of working and resting. How do you envision spare time in creative society? So, for example, if we will have less amount of work to do, maybe if we will work, let's say, 4 or 5 hours a day, then how do we spend our free time? What do you think, Ikram? Maybe you can share.
Our free time, well, I guess we have to spend our free time in something good. We have to read books. We have watch movies about not just any movies that educate us. And we have to, like me and my colleagues, because we are classmates, we gather together and we study together, and each one of us shares her point of view, what she understands in the class. So this togetherness actually, even if our free time, we benefit from it. Uh, this way, we will have diverse ideas in our minds, not just my ideas, but her and hers. So this way, we will have a really good way of thinking, and uh, we will improve ourselves this way. Improve ourselves this way, not just be by yourself and be just alone. We have uh, encouraged this friendship even with our classmates, and not just classmates, we are friends. And so this way, to spend time with friends and discuss things, it's really good.
You, Ikram, you, Siham. How would you spend your free time in creative society?
Um, well, I admit that we have that lazy side on us. Well, most of us tend to sleep, tend to make things like just to make it easy. But I would love to like make a schedule, how a diverse one. So like going out, have a fresh air, like every day. Why not running every day? Even it's hard, but 3 times a week, why not? have a walk alone, night walk, morning walk, joining with people, going out, talk, go to the cafes, or like or do some exercise indoors. You can practice yoga, why not, inside home. Make yourself in zen, meditate, go outside. Like here in Morocco we have like plenty of places, nature, we have trees, we have beach and stuff. So it's a good thing to go outside and meditate, or inside to do exercise. Why not reading books, interesting one, that gonna teach us something. That's good. Spending time with family, every single thing about togetherness, everything about teaching ourselves, changing good things, bad things on us into a good thing, will make a society a good, creative, happy society.
Yeah, that's a good point. Because as far as I know, even scientists say that the best relaxation for our like brain, body, and overall construction is that when you change different activities, like physical and mental. Thank you, Siham. What about you, Khaoula? What do you think should be leisure time in creative society?
Yeah, as I envision the creative society to be secure and safe, I imagine that people will be traveling a lot. Like there will be no border restrictions, so like people would travel a lot. So like I can imagine myself like going from Japan to Russia like in a blink of an eye, and people would be tolerant about it, and we would exchange ideas, we would exchange cultures and experiences. Like it would be a better world if people like accept each other, as I said before. And like another thing would be like probably sitting more with each other and exchanging stuff. Also like there will be no crime, so like going out at night wouldn't be a problem for women especially. That's it.
Yeah, that's a very good point. And why not? If the whole world is basically like one family, if you don't have like visas or borders, and prices for air tickets are more than reasonable, and if all our needs are covered, then why would you commit crimes? Like if if you have enough food, if everybody has a house, like everybody has, I don't know, the car or whatever they need, if all the needs are covered, then why would you do something like that? And yeah, that would be really great to live a society like that. So, okay, thank you very much, girls, for our today's conversation. It was really great. And thank you, our viewers, for your active participation. And basically, our final questions that we always ask all our guests. So, girls, would you like to live in a creative society?
Of course.
Definitely.
Totally. I'm already imagining the creative society inside of my head. So if I'm gonna build it by myself, I will make rules, not strict rules, but it will be a beautiful society actually. Why not? Everybody is happy, making education system is good, everything about it, like accepting the other, respect each other's religion, each other culture. So while talking about creative society, in my head, like a lot of ideas like coming out. Why not people have to work together, except like regardless of the differences? He's a human being, I'm a human being too, so we have to have that togetherness between us and stuff, like to build a really good, great one full of happiness, smiles. Children are okay, like with no hunger, with no like slavery. Even we are not raising kind of direct slavery, but we have other like aspects of it, with no wars, with no threats. it will be beautiful. So absolutely, I would live in a creative society.
Exactly. That is why we talk so much about creative society, because everything that we see in this world of today was once imagined by someone and then implemented. So once we get an idea which society we would like to live in, and once all 8 billion of people will realize that this is the world that they can create together, that everything could be changed and changed for better, then the faster we will come. Yeah, me too. I would love to live in such a creative society. Okay, girls, thank you very much once again for our today's conversation.
Thank you so much.
If you maybe for the future would like to be a co-host for such a discussion and invite your friends to participate, and everyone who is watching us, please go ahead, join our live conversations. Send us email to uae@allatraunites.com. You can see this email in the description of this video, and as well on your screen right now you can see our emails and Telegram, Facebook, Instagram, where you can reach out to us. Go ahead, please. Also, if you would like to join creative projects of Allatra Public Movement, you can visit our website, allatraunites.com, where you'll see a red button, join us. And all that you need is fill out a very simple form, just maybe 2 or 3 points, and then you can join our various projects. We have Allatra Radio, we have climate news, we have editing classes, no, color correction, speech classes, language classes. Like all this is done by volunteers and people are doing together, and this is really amazing. And also on our website, you can find a very interesting information about 8 foundations of the creative society that we step by step came up with. You can go to allatraunites.com and explore, which is the value of human life, human freedom, human safety, transparency and openness of information for all, the creative ideology, development of personality, justice and equality, and self-governing society. So you can check out the descriptions on the website, and maybe if you would like to add something, maybe you will have some other ideas, please send us emails. That would be really amazing to get to know your opinion. You can also share our videos, but please use hashtags Creative Society and hashtag Allatra Unites, which you can see also on your screen at the moment. And please join this Handshakes initiative. Please pass it to your friends, family, relatives, invite them for discussions. Maybe you can have your own discussions like this via, I don't know, Zoom, Skype. Nowadays we have so many technologies. So please, guys, don't stay apart. Let's change the society for better together. And the more people will be interested in it, the faster we can think and implement some good things already tomorrow. So thank you once again, girls. It was a pleasure to have you with us today. And see you soon on Allatra TV Middle East again. See you.
Thank you so much. Bye-bye.